Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. So, of course, every week we showcase amazing artwork right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And coming up, we have an incredible conversation with Mr. Alan Brown, who has graced us with some of this artwork on set this morning that definitely has our minds going at a pace. Good morning, Mr. Brown, and welcome.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you going?
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
No problem at all.
Let me get into it one time. Tell us a little bit about how you got into art in the first place.
I was in the 70s, 11 years old, and at Christmas, my father bought a Christmas gift, a wooden box with paints, oils, brushes, painting knives. I always remember the particular thing that caught me, that was the smell of the paint. It was linseed oil and distilled herbs. And it was the smell that caught me. But not only that, painting, or drawing rather, is something that in the blood of the family.
Okay.
Grandfather used to draw. My father, he draws. My two daughters, they also do some drawing, one in photography. And my brother, he also does drawing himself, but he likes the cartoonish type of drawing. And so that is it, it's in the blood.
Yeah.
Creative.
But what inspired your style?
You know, my style, it's expressive in the sense that I remember when I was smaller, younger, my grandparents used to be talking in the gallery. And my granddad, well, he didn't have no foot. So my grandma had to lift him up and put him on the chair. And they used to be talking about Sukunya, Dwayne, Laja Bless. And I sit down there listening. And you know, it creates something in me. So you see, if you look at a lot of my paintings, you realize that it have a spiritual aspect about it.
That's something that's quite fascinating, because some of your paintings, such as one of them that we're seeing right behind Raucous, definitely spark some conversation. But you mentioned a spiritual aspect as well. Can you share with us a little bit about this painting?
Which one?
That's behind Raucous,
The one with
right
all the
here.
superheroes.
With all these
Oh,
superheroes.
the superheroes.
The superheroes.
You know, politicians, not just politicians, but people in public office, it's always like in a straitjacket. You know, you're like you can't be where you want to be. You're always being held down. And I thought to myself, I said, you know, what would it be like if they just in a party and everybody, the guards just down. They laughing, they drinking, because the people just like us, and they feel just like us. So we'll be in a party, like they're cooking, a pilau, boy here, bringing a manikou, a kingfish. What will they be like? And then in the souls, you know, as a child, you know, you have some superhero that you try to aspire to. So even in that area too, you see, though there's big people, but there's little children inside too. So this is what's going on there. Everybody being what they want to be hidden.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the depictions and why you chose which characters you chose for which person, and is there any relevance in that? But I know we have a bunch of other ones to discuss as well this morning.
Sure.
So let's get into. So you use mostly oil paint still?
Oil, well, in the earlies, let's say that in the 80s, I used acrylic. But more now, I use the oils.
All right. So tell us what's the second one here called? The one with
That's
the
Tassatal.
Tassatal.
Yeah. What started off with that? That painting, when I retired from public service, I did that painting. I went down, there's Pinal, the other Tassatal hosted by the bank, and I just started taking pictures, and I choose from the lot I took, and I booted that I put forward that painting.
It's definitely beautiful. Would you say liberation is a theme that runs through your work in particular?
Yes, to a point, yes, but it different. It's more spiritual, the aspect of it, but that is part of it too. It varies.
It varies.
Yes, it varies. You know, the feel that you get. So, okay, you might see something happening, and you interpret it in a spiritual way or in a family way. It depends on what you know going on within me.
Wonderful. The painting next to Tassatal with the vehicles.
Yes.
What inspired that one?
In the 1970s, that is the time. This is between Saparia and Faizabad. I have a section of roadway between these two places called the Teak. And the thing about that teak is that the thing about the teak is that it's cool, it's damp. So if you're going to something that's frustrating, the teak have a way of just applying a piece to it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, now, when I drew that again, the time of that is the 1970s. And that was the feeling then. But it even so today,
Yeah.
it hasn't lost that. The dampness, when the sunlight coming through, the reflections, as you can see the reflection on the vehicle itself. And one day happened to me with my dad's car. Because I remember as a little fella, my dad driving through the stick and I just watching and just soaking in. And now I'm older, the 50s, and as I say, the same vibes.
Yeah. I'm watching that painting in particular and I'm seeing so much detail. How long does it take you to do one of these?
That varies. Sometimes a painting may take about let's say about a month.
Yeah.
I've won a painting right now. It took 6 months. Some of them might take, let's say a week.
Yeah.
It depends. You understand? Sometimes a week. Yeah. Sometimes about 2:30 in the morning I up and I go straight through that morning into the day.
Yeah.
Are you one of those creatives that prefers to work in those twilight hours?
It's when it takes me. If I get up in the middle of the morning and I may not be sleepy or whatever, but then again, it's something in my heart and you want to birth it because you're pulling something from out in here and you're birthing it in the physical.
Yeah.
You understand? So it depends on that. So that drive in you. So it could be any time of the day.
Yeah. Tell us about this last one here.
This is Guana Man.
Guana Man.
Yes.
I know Guana Man is being sour sometimes.
But this is Guana Man Erin.
All right. Erin Guana Man. Let me hear about him.
The thing about this guy, I remember that was 2021. And Erin Farms, you have a place where you sell pork and ham and
Yeah.
that type of thing. So I saw this guy with two guana, and you're listening to the conversation, and I get to realize that he's a father, and he trying to sell these guanas to go right here in farm to buy Christmas ham for the family to put it on the table for Christmas morning. I had to capture that.
There's always a story behind everything.
Yes.
Oh, that's the
Every
beauty
painting,
of
every
it.
painting, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
The irony that he could have just put the guana on the table Christmas morning, no?
Well, you want a ham, you know. You won't go on a meat Christmas morning, you want a ham.
I hear that. Well, Alan, let me say thank you so much for joining us this morning and for sharing your work with us.
Yes.
And if you don't mind, we want to keep it for the week so we can have it on set
Please.
on
No
display for the
problem.
whole week. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
And congratulations on all of it so far. We look forward to more great work from you.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Brown, his work is going to be joining us on set for the entire week as we continue to partner with the Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago. We thank him so very much for allowing us to showcase the work for the week. We take a quick break and come back with more. Stick around.